Greetings, gastronauts. This is KeefCooks. I'm Keef, and I'm exhausted. You will not believe the last few days. It was my birthday on Sunday, and so in advance of that, on the Saturday, Mrs. KeefCooks conspired with sister of KeefCooks for my sister to come over here and give me the shock of my life when I walked into a restaurant for an early birthday meal, and there's my sister. Yeah. Anyway, we had a cracking time, and obviously a lot of talking and reminiscing was done, and quite a lot of reminiscing about school dinners. My sister waxing lyrical about rice pudding and the skin on top of it, which is absolutely the best bit. Yeah, I fancy that. I've not had rice pudding for decades, I should think. So I'm going to make it. It's dead easy and it'll be dead wonderful. Old school rice pudding. So a shout out to my new Patreon fan, Joe Lethbridge. Hello, Joe. Much appreciated. And also I remember being accosted in one of my local supermarkets a few months ago, well, possibly a year ago, while I was buying rice, ordinary basmati rice. And somebody came up to me and said, are you KeefCooks? I said, yeah. He says, what's the best rice for rice pudding? So I told him, short grain rice is the best. Probably arborio, the kind that you would use for paella or risotto. But I've got some risotto rice. They don't actually tell you what kind it is, which is a bit rubbish. But anyway, this will do the job. What you want for rice pudding is short grain rice. That's what this is. Okay, quick recipe coming up. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Old school rice pudding. Yeah. Okay, ingredients. I've got 800 ml of milk. I've got a can of condensed milk. That's 410 grams. I've got 180 grams of short grain rice, 40 grams of demerara sugar, a big lump of butter, a whole nutmeg that needs to be grated, and a small handful of, sultanas or raisins or something like that. And that is completely optional, but I do remember that those little black dots in your rice pudding were really tasty, so there. You want to generously butter the inside of your oven-proof dish. Throw in the rice, the sugar, and the sultanas or raisins if you're using those. Then we'll add the milk and the evaporated milk, or is it condensed? I never know what the difference is. Evaporated. I do know what the difference is. One of them is sweetened and the other isn't. But I'm slightly worried. We seem to have a ton of liquid and not very much rice, but you know, the rice will absorb all of that. So now you just want to grate your entire nutmeg on top. This could take some time. Okay, there's this teeny bit left, but I'm not going to attempt to grate that because I do value my fingers. And then you want just to break the remaining butter up into little blobs and spread those over the top. This and the nutmeg is what's going to make your wonderful crispy crust or skin. Now you want your oven preheated to 130 degrees Celsius for a fan oven, a convection oven, and that's 150 for a conventional one, and that's gas 2. And then we'll pop this in on the middle shelf for 2¼ hours. But maybe we'll check it after 1¾ just to see how it's getting on. Okay, time's up, let's get it out. Okay, this looks a bit odd. The reason being that I previously, well about 5 minutes ago, I scraped all the skin away from the edge of the dish, and that's allowed some spare liquid to start pooling on the top. However, I reckon that's done, so let's dish it up and have a taste. Oh. Right, not the neatest looking thing in the world, but it smells great and I bet it tastes fantastic. Okay, taste test time. Well, I think I've pretty much nailed it. That is rich, creamy, luscious, delicious. So, and really easy to make. Well, I do think I'd put a bit too much liquid in there, too much milk. A bit less next time. However, that's fabulous. So, have a go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.